In the middle of the track is Arrgh! They're coming to the finish, and it's all Arrgh!
The voice is familiar. Legendary race caller Tom Durkin, a fixture on the New York racing circuit for the last 24 years.
And welcome to Saratoga.
But his illustrious career as an announcer spans 43 years, rising up the ranks and calling some of the greatest moments in modern racing history.
The incomparable, invincible, unbeatable cigar!
As a youth, Tom developed a passion for announcing.
I grew up in Chicago and I idolized the track announcer at Arlington Park, Phil Georgieff. I wanted to be Phil Georgieff in the worst way. And he was a great announcer, very energetic, lively, exciting.
Six-foot Elliott all by himself, America's super horse.
I don't sound a bit like Phil, but I think I got my start actually imitating.
And they're off.
My first job was actually at the Fond du Lac County Fair in 1971. Since then, it's just been one great break after another.
Tom's biggest break occurred back in 1984 when he was tapped to announce an event that would change the face of racing, the Breeders' Cup World Championships.
What a finish! Wild again! Gate Dancer! Slow in between them!
As the announcer for the Breeders' Cup, he's called all the big races.
Giants Causeway and Tisdale! A heart-pounding, pulsating stretch drive!
His calls have been classics the instant they've come out of his mouth.
First to the listen, a dramatic finish, and here is the wire, and Sunday Silence holds on, and he wins by a desperate neck.
Tom's greatest contribution, however, might just be his uniquely innovative style.
Tom Durkin revolutionized race calling by making a story out of the running of the race.
Rachel Alexandra, macho again, here's the wire! Rachel won! She is indeed Rachel Alexandra the Great!
He makes a race fun to listen to.
Spine-tingling stretch drive, the horse comes back! Unbelievable! This is the greatest comeback since Lazarus.
There was a horse called Aqueduct back in the 80s. And, you know, you name a horse like that, fine, I'll give you what you want.
And the trailer is Dola Rolla Rolla Raka Daka Mola Hola.
Yaka dika mola hola, hika mika raka naka dola dola rola cola cola.
We're going to miss him a lot. Sad to see him go, but happy for him to go enjoy all the things that he loves to do.
At the end of the day, there's only one Tom Durkin, and guys like that are irreplaceable.
It's been a very happy experience for me, and I look for many happy years of sitting out there.
Have a great retirement.
It's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do!
Well, racing is truly losing a legend. We got the whole gang here on set. Maggie Wolfendale, Andy Serling joining us. And Andy, he brought humor to his calls, but also great drama. What did he mean to racing?
I think he means everything. He brought such excitement to the game for us, and he's had the ability to turn a phrase and turn a race into an event every time, and there will never be another Tom Durkin, as far as I'm concerned. He was race calling, especially in New York.
Mick, what are you going to remember most?
Just how he could pick up a horse before anybody else could. Even before I could. I remember I was coming back on a filly one day, and before I knew she was coming back, he said, she's coming back. So he to me, just knew what was going to happen before it happened. He was such a student.
Well, Tom Durkin joins us now. And Tom, I think I speak for everybody, certainly here on set, but in the game of racing, that you will be sorely, sorely missed in the sport of horse racing. You brought so much to the game. What are you going to miss most about it when you move on?
Well, my accountant tells me my paycheck. he was the only one that said, come on, do you really have to do this? I don't know. You're going to have to ask me that question a year from now, what I'm going to miss most. Certainly a lot of passion in my life has been directed into describing these races, but I don't know really what I'm going to miss the most. Outside the money.
Well, Tom, I was thinking about this, and everybody's been asking you racing questions. With your vocabulary, are you great at crossword puzzles?
I'm not bad at crossword puzzles, actually, but that New York Times one, that's a toughie. The Sunday New York Times one, no, out of my class.
Well, Tom, I'm just curious, Tom, what's your favorite memory from working at Naira and calling races?
My favorite memory. I guess that Breeders' Cup day in '95 with Cigar. That was a great afternoon. Just the compilation of all these wonderful performances, particularly here at Saratoga. I mean, I live right about 6 blocks from here, but my soul really resides here at Saratoga Racecourse.
Tom, Maggie here, and for me personally, you've always taught me such vocabulary and explanation of horses' names. How do you inflect that upon your race calls, and also how does your theater background play into you giving such brilliant calls day in and day out?
Well, a part of the training as an actor has to do with the creative process, and you learn how to build a character. It starts out with something, and then you just build on from it. It's kind of like a tree that has limbs that branch off, and you just start. And I learned the creative process that way. And then you look at races as little stories to be told, and there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. There are protagonists, antagonists, and everybody knows who the characters are because they've got their past performances. So I just try to tell that story, and the theater helped a lot, particularly just being able to get up in front of people and talk.
Tom, you've been a thespian there, certainly up in the booth. At the Hall of Fame, when you were honored just the other week, you got a little bit emotional. Has it started to set in? What do you think is going to happen finally when it is your last day?
What's going to happen? I'm going to go over to Ciro's and have a couple drinks.
Have you reflected back on it, though?
But the next day, I'll be on Labor Day, which is actually closing day at the track. I'll just be out in the backyard, signing autographs, getting pictures taken, and like my friend says, shaking babies and kissing hands.
Well, Tom, thank you very much. Everyone has loved your calls, and you will certainly be remembered for a long, long time in this game. So sad to see you go, but you've provided us with